Tales from the wild. Stories from the heart. A journey into the mind and soul of fired-up business professionals where they share their vision for the future. And hear from a different non-profit organization every month as they create awareness of their goals and their needs. Dive into a world of untamed passion as we join our host, Shireen Buerta, for this month's episode of Friends from Wild Places.
Let's get before, because I would like to move on to the non-profit of the month. But before we do, I do have one that's a question that for me, I think is really important. What is your dream or your vision for your business at the end of the day?
Okay, well, at the end of the day, which I suspect will be one day, right? We're blessed where my husband and I started the business 21 years ago. Like I said, it's as old as our youngest son. And with our eldest daughter coming into the business in 2017, right? We're going to second generation. That has been like a blessing, right? And she's, she really has taken it on amazingly. She's my partner in crime, so to speak, here in the company, and the reason why we're women owned. But the truth is that she can take it to another level. She can continue the company. What I would honestly love before we kind of pass it on, so to speak, is I would love to see, the company in a franchising type of opportunity where we can franchise it, even to a smaller level here locally, in Florida, and take it from there and see what happens. That's one of the ultimate. But for me, the fact that the company will continue in a second generation in the family, women-owned business is something that I look very much forward to.
That's awesome. I'm excited. That's very cool. That's a very cool dream and a vision to have for your business. So, as you all know, listeners, we love to support a nonprofit for the month. It is important for us to pay it forward. It's important, as we've been talking about, and we've spoken about this on a few of our podcasts, is that we're here to serve. And true happiness actually comes from serving others that are in need. That is my opinion. It sounds like it's also Gloria's and Tanya's. We find our happiness by serving others. And so every month, Friends from Wild Places really likes to, take the time to support a nonprofit. And Gloria has brought forward a really good one, which is Children's Harbour. We will put the donation link in the show notes. The donation link will be children'sharbour.networkforgood.com and a bunch of /Anana, but that will be in the notes. So please, Gloria, tell us a little bit about the nonprofit and what it means and how we can help.
Absolutely. Thank you so much also for that opportunity to be able to bring in a nonprofit like that. Children's Harbor is actually, they've been around for since 1986, 27, 28 years. Mm-hmm. It's a 8-acre facility that's out in Pembroke Pines, Florida. And they basically cater to kids who are in the foster care system, especially teens that have siblings. They try to bring them in and keep them together, which is something that these kids have been through a lot of rough, abuses and things that we can never imagine, that we were never exposed to, in our life. They do an incredible job in counseling them and taking care of them and housing them, in educating them and giving them the skills to be able to move on. They even have a section where there's teen moms that have babies, and they actually, like I said, make them teach them how life skills and how to be able to get ready for the real world and work-wise. They've been doing a phenomenal job. They have a beautiful facility here, like I said, in Pembroke Pines, that everybody's welcome to visit if anybody here local would love to. And they have another organization called Brown Harbor, but it's kind of like a link off this one because the facility got small. They have another area as well, but they do a phenomenal job. And we have been contributing with them for a few years now and trying to help them out and continue their success, because they've helped over 11,000 children in the last 28 years.
Oh.
How did you come to be passionate about this not-for-profit, Gloria?
This not-for-profit actually came to me through my daughter, Ali, my co-partner here in the company. I met the president or the business development officer, actually, of the not-for-profit some years ago through a networker. And she was very passionate about it. She had, wanted me to get to know them. And I did. And we've been pretty much plugged in with them ever since, and they're just great human beings.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah, we're looking forward to supporting this nonprofit this month. So please, listeners, you heard it. It's going to be in the show notes, Children's Harbour. It's a donation link. This is the link that we put in there. So please, if you have some time, click on the link and just anything, as little as $5, anything will help. And listen, if we can help one person, then we've done our job, hey? And so I think it's so important to take our minds off ourselves and our lifestyles and put it on somebody else. And with saying that, we've come to the more lighthearted side of the podcast where we're going to play a little game. So are we ready? Who's played Would You Rather?
Would you rather?
Mm.
I think I've played it, yes. In a casual ambiance. Yes, I have.
All right. Well, we're in a casual ambiance right here because this is going to start some conversation, which is good. So I'm going to say a comment or a question. Would you rather? And you're going to pick which one you would rather. And it normally just starts some funny conversation because people will probably ask you questions of why. But let's just start. Let's do a tester. Okay, so the first one, here we go. Would you rather live in a tree house or in a cave? Tanya?
Treehouse, definitely. I'm actually looking for a treehouse. That is a wish of mine currently. I'm looking to relocate December 7th. The lease is up. And Gloria, maybe before I get my treehouse, I'll get with you for some financial advice or home inspection. But do you do tree houses, Gloria? Do you inspect trees?
Honey, I can inspect anything that's stuck to the ground, so we're good. I got you.
If you could find me a tree house, okay, so definitely no questions asked. I want a tree house.
I'm with you. Gloria?
100% treehouse. 100%.
Like seriously beautiful. And when I was a youngster, on some TV channel, there was actually a program of this guy that used to make tree houses for these families. And he would create the most beautiful tree houses in the most, magnificent, and it's in the US, magnificent places that are so, totally off the beaten path, but some of them actually have bought massive property and they no longer want to live in their house, but they have this massive forest that they're living right next to. And so this guy goes into the forest and builds this tree house. Anyway, yes, 100%. I love forestry. I love being in nature, and being in a tree house will be absolutely.
My tree house would have to have AC though, I gotta tell you.
Okay.
So
if we're living in Florida, yes.
Ceiling? No, what you said, Gloria, ceiling?
No, my tree house has to have AC.
Oh, AC. I got you. I thought it was ceiling, but I don't know. I think the treehouse I was looking at didn't have a ceiling. It was like an umbrella thing or something. I don't know. Okay.
Well, Tanya, I'll come stay with you in your treehouse.
Okay. More than one.
Okay. Next one. Would you rather have a runny nose for the rest of your life or sneeze 3 times every hour for the rest of your life?
I'll take the sneeze.
Yeah, me too. I sneeze. Yeah.
Because when I'm cold, my nose runs.
Where do you get these questions from, Shireen? For God's sakes, really?
I don't know. I just find them online when I was searching.
Oh my, I'd love to be in that mind.
But Seriously, it's the most frustrating thing for me because whenever I'm cold or my nose is or my face, the skin is cold, it runs like a tap. And like I've just been in the mountains, we did a backpacking trip where we were just, walking, spending nights in caves, and my nose was so raw at the end of that backpacking trip because I'm constantly wiping my nose and my shirt was just snot ridden. But it was just, I hate it. I hate it. I want to turn it off or chop it off. So,
Yeah,
yes,
allergies, maybe we could solve it with a nasal spray.
don't have a
Float
nasal spray.
spray, 2 puffs a day each nostril. Haven't had any runny noses in about 5 years, so just saying. I'll send you some.
Okay, nasal spray. But honestly, I wouldn't mind sneezing 3 times every hour for the rest of my life. I suppose that's fun.
Absolutely.
Right. And then let's try one more, shall we? Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
I'd rather be 20 minutes early, but for those of anybody that knows me, there's only 2 times that I ever show up on time. And one is actually it's only one for my classes. My classes, I'm always, but anything else, it's like there's always multi things going on. So I'll make it a mission for 2025 to be 20 minutes early.
It's a lot though.
Yeah, I'd rather be 10 minutes late only because I've spent that know me know that I'm always late. And I know it's obnoxious sometimes, but I can't help it. I mean, I can't help it. And actually, I've gotten better. So I've learned to actually show up to places on time as of recently, but I'd much rather be 10 minutes late. Can I be honest with you? Seriously, that's just me.
Let's just be honest with one another here. 10 minutes late sounds a little bit more intriguing. And granted, I'm always on time, pretty much. 20 minutes, I can do a lot of things, 20 minutes. So 10 minutes late every time would probably be my pick just because I'd be more productive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. All right, guys. So that brings us to the end of the podcast. So the listeners, if they are interested and have connected with your story, Gloria, Tanya, where can they find you if they want to reach you? Gloria?
Well, if they're ever in South Florida, they can personally find me here in the 305-786-954-561 area code. But basically, our company is out of Doral, Florida. I think I've given you guys the information, the company phone number, our website, www.precisehomeinspection.net. The office is 305-805-1990. And really, anyway, by, smoke signals, WhatsApp, email, through the website, you're more than welcome to reach out. And again, I always say that if anybody has any questions or any concerns or in the middle of buying a property, they're worried about something, we don't charge to talk to you. We can look forward to people asking me questions and trying to educate them. Whether or not we do business doesn't matter, as long as we can get, help you or help the person, feel a little bit more at ease or be better informed, which is the most important thing.
That's important. And even if they've just connected with you and your road and your journey and they just want to chat with you more, and that's all good. Hey, so Tanya, what about yourself? Where can we find you?
Yes, so I'll share that in 1 second, but I have one last question for Gloria. Gloria, I got to ask you this question. So most families, right? I mean, it's like, they get together on holidays and here and there. How is it like that you have a holistic, your work-life balance is kind of all together, right? I mean, you have your family, your husband, your kids. How is that work? How do you keep that work-life balance when you are working with your family?
Good question.
It's a constant. Actually, you know what? I'm lying. It used to be a constant challenge. I've gotten so much better this year. The only way that I can tell you that I can find the ability to balance it and still have a smile on my face and not feel like I'm, overwhelmed or stressed is, by taking time off for myself. I take my occasional massages. Whether it's by riding bike or walking. Lately, it's very hot down here in South Florida, so that's not been happening as much. Reading, sitting outside just in nature. I need my time for me. I do. I have, 3 kids, and I also take care of a 95-year-old. I'm a caregiver to my mom here full time as well. So it can get a little bit overwhelming, but no, I mean, as long as I take time, for myself to decompress, I'm good to go. I'm kind of a high energy person.
Yeah, no, I really look forward to more like one-to-one sessions just to get to know you better. Because I think so many people that have family businesses, it is hard not to quote unquote hold a grudge from family to business and business to family. If something happened at work, how do you come together, for example, and have a family dinner without bringing up what happened at work, right? So I think that's a really interesting take, that you really just kind of pull yourself out and go spend time.
21 years of experience helps you to kind of balance that. I think that if you're starting a business and you're in the beginning of it, that's what happened to me. I was all over the place. It was very difficult. But with the years of experience, we learned how to balance things right better. So I'm blessed that we've been consistently in business for 21 years, and that I've learned, from my previous, so to speak, mistakes. It can be very challenging, but it's very doable. If you love what you do, you're not really working, right, guys? I mean, it is what it is, so we try to disconnect and not take it personal. What can I tell you?
Awesome. Well, I'm going to definitely reach out to you. So
It's a good
Absolutely. Gotta look for that treehouse.
Yeah, exactly. So if anybody's interested in finding me, LinkedIn is where I spend a lot of time. I don't have a TV, so I spend a lot of time there. I oversee the mortuary program at Miami-Dade College. So anybody wanting to become a funeral director or embalmer, feel free to reach out. And I also do my blessed work, which is senior placement. So I'm a senior placement specialist with Sunshine Senior Placement Agency, matching people who can no longer live alone due to either physical, like for example, any of the challenges, tremors, Parkinson's, anything like that, or any of the dementias, Alzheimer's, Lewy body dementias. So we match people with communities. There's no charge to utilize us. And I cover the areas of Miami-Dade, Broward, and the West Coast of Florida. So LinkedIn is my hub. Feel free to reach out. Any questions, I'd be more than happy to share my expertise. And Shireen, where can we find you?
Right. Well, thank you very much, Tanya. And if you want to hear more of, Tanya and her wheelhouse, please look for the podcasts with Carrie. She's also an embalmer and a mortician. We had 3 episodes dedicated to Tanya's wheelhouse. So go and check those episodes out. But nevertheless, you can find me, Shireen Buerta, on LinkedIn as well. But Friends from Wild Places on all the live streaming platforms, as well as YouTube. You can go to friendsfromwildplaces.buzzsprout.com. That's friendsfromwildplaces.buzzsprout.com, where you can go and subscribe now and get some extra bonus content with me and Tanya, where we go real deep on some everyday issues that we all have to deal with. So that's only $5 a month. So with that, thank you so much to you all. We love you. And remember, you got this, and stay wild. Bye, guys.
You've been listening to Friends from Wild Places with Shireen Buerta. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast from the links to catch every episode and unleash your passion.